Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we are going to be getting our industrial foregoing stuff set up and also getting ourselves a refined storage system as well. I hope you guys are ready. So today we're going to be jumping into creating ourselves a refined storage system. And that's one of the goals on our list, is to create a crafting grid, which we're going to need anyway. So we're going to have to make two of these, one to turn in and one to physically use. And then I think we're going to work on getting, we're going to jump this redstone flux bit, and we're going to jump over to the material stonework factory because, or working towards the material stonework factory, because the in-betweens on these are they're fairly similar. We actually need the plastic to get the stonework factory going. We need plastic to get other machines that actually require, or that are required for the stonework factory. And the stonework factory is actually fairly useful for getting things such as the silicon right here. And I got this by making nether quartz, or putting nether quartz in the smeltery, and then bam, you get that. But we're gonna have to work on, we're gonna get a plastic factory set up from industrial foregoing, and we're also going to, like he said, get the refined storage network set up. So let's get the refined storage started. First, we're going to need some iron, quite a bit of iron actually. Let's do 3 of those, and we'll do a stack of this. This is what we're going to have to make here. This is like the main quartz, the quartz enriched iron. It's used in refined storage for so much of a refined storage. I mean, it is a very useful thing, and we're going to need a bunch of it. So you look at refined storage. Now, to get refined storage started and to actively be able to use it, we're going to need a controller. The controller is going to require advanced processors. The advanced processors is going to require a little bit of smelting, but the way the refined storage has changed is no longer, you no longer need what used to be called a solderer. Now you use this cutting tool, which is just some sticks and some iron, and you're ready to go. So let's go ahead and take this. We'll grab some more iron while we're over here. And we'll make a couple of these. I don't know exactly how many we're going to need. Oh, wait. Let me go back to this cutting tool. The recipe, I think, is a little bit different. It's quartz enriched iron. That's right. Quartz enriched iron. So we'll make 4 of them. I don't know exactly if we're going to need 4 of them, but we are going to need a few of them. We're also going to need some redstone. So let's throw that in there. We're going to need some gold. I'll grab a stack of gold. There we go, if it lets me do that. We already have our iron. We're going to need this silicon right here. So we'll take that. And we also need, I'll say 6 diamonds or 8 diamonds, whatever. We just need a few diamonds. And that should get us started with everything that we're going to need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make all of the silicon, or cut silicon. And let's just throw that in there, and we'll make as many as we can make with that. I figured I was going to need a few of those. And then we're going to have to go over here, and we're going to make this. So, as you can see, to get the actual advanced processor itself, we're going to need the base material along with some redstone and this. So, we'll go ahead and throw that in there, along with the cutting tool. And we'll go ahead and get as many as we can of that. I'll also go ahead and do half a stack of gold, and we'll also do half a stack of regular iron as well. There we go. And that should get us quite a few of the base materials that we are going to need for this. And what we have to do here is, of course, smelt them up, get them nice and cooking, because we're going to need them here in a little bit. I'm trying to find all the furnaces that actually have coal in them. And there we go. So that is really the hard part gone. It is that easy. We can literally step right into refined storage at this point. So as you can see here, we still need a little bit of silicon left over. So we already have it. So there we go. But let's go ahead and make this. We need some regular stone, some good old smooth stone, and we should be able to make this controller. Like, it should be ready to go. Let's go ahead and grab the few pieces that we're going to need. There we go. And we'll make the base controller. Perfect. Alright, machine casing. Done. We should make a few of those, but we'll make them as we need them. And there's the controller. This is the heart of our network. This is where everything will be powered from. And that's how things are going to go. So, on this, we're actually going to need some cables. That's how we're going to move some power around. And I did have some glass on me. There we go. And we're going to make some cable. Let's throw that in there. And this cable is going to allow us to route different parts of refined storage around. Different connectors and things like that. Different screens and drives. So that part is done. Let's start making the drive. This is going to be where we store our storage disks. This as well is going to need a chest, which we do have a chest on us. And we're also going to need another one of the advanced processors. And a casing. So let's go ahead and grab those. Awesome. So the disk drive, ready to go. We have a few of the major items we're going to need. Next, we need a screen, a grid. So a regular grid is what we're going to have to make first, and we're going to make 2 a piece of these. And we need improved processors. We're working on them slowly but surely. And all of our advanced processors should be made at this point. So let's start working on the grid. So we're going to need 2 construction cores and 2 deconstruction cores. And we're going to need some glowstone, and I do believe it is quartz. So let's grab those. Oh, we only grabbed 1 of those. Let's grab a whole stack. Perfect. We'll go back to the screen. Alright, so we're going to need 2 of those. And 2 of these. Quartz and basic processors. Oh, we're lacking on the basic processors, I think. They should be in here somewhere. There's the improved. Basic. Right? Or are we missing quartz? No, we have everything. There we go. Okay, so 2 of those. And now we should be able to pretty much make the screen. We're going to need 2 of these. We're going to need a bit of wood here in a little bit. But as of right now, we have 2 grids worth. Perfect. Let's go ahead and grab... I think we're going to need just a little bit of wood. Yeah, we're going to need a few crafting tables. 2 of them, to be exact. Awesome. Because, like I said, we have to make an extra one. Because, as you can see here, we're going to have to turn in 1. So, now we have 2 crafting grids. Now, that was fast, wasn't it? I mean, this is just a really quick thing to do. And then all we can do is now turn it in. Perfect. So we click this, turn in our grid, bam, grab our items. So we did get 2 types of mushrooms and platinum. We are going to need those. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that, put platinum here, remove that. And I just want a few mushrooms. I don't need very many of them, but mushrooms are going to be needed for a few different tasks. I'm going to leave this here for right now. We are going to eventually move this into our storage drives. So I won't be too concerned about our items being in here. So, with that part being done, we pretty much have everything we need to power this. All we need now is a furnace generator. I know, we've made a lot of furnace generators. But that's going to be our early game source of power for right now. Just to power this thing is a furnace gen. And we should have everything we need for that. I think we even have the machine casings in here, right? Did I have any left over? Actually, I'm gonna take these. Take this one right here. Since we don't technically need this over here as of right now, we do have enough power to, I guess, trickle power the other machine. Alright, so I really don't need this, this table anymore. Right? I don't. So, what I can do is just close up the hole. There we go. Bit of lag, but that's okay. We'll drop the controller down. I think what we could even do... Well, I mean, with the controller, I'm going to have a drive here. I'm going to have the furnace here. And we can put the crafting grid on top. That'll work. And that's just going to make things a little bit simpler for right now. We should be able to access this from any side or whatever. Let's actually put the drive on this side. There we go. Perfect. It's right in the center, right where we need it. Now, all we gotta do is power this thing. Let's throw some coal in here, and that should power it up. There we go. You see a little bit of power. This is using 4 FE a tick, or 4 RF a tick. Technically, at this moment, without any drives inside, you could run this thing with literally a survivalist generator. Literally. And still be netting some power. So, let's get the drives required for the rest of our setup. Now, the storage drives are actually fairly easy to make, and I don't think we're going to need very many of them. So, honestly, we should be able to get away with some of these base ones. And look at that. The storage parts are so easy to make. It is quite unbelievable. And this is just for the 1K parts. So let's just grab some glass. That's what we're going to need. And we'll just make a few 1K parts. And that should help us get some base storage done. Right? 15. We can turn, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3. 3 and 1, 2, 3. Right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4K storage parts. And the 4Ks require basic processors, which I think we have enough of to make these 4K storage parts. Alright, perfect. We have 5 4K storage parts. Let's actually turn them into the drive. And now we have 5 4K storage drives. And that'll give us 20K worth of storage. Guys, we're going to have so much storage now. Unbelievable, right? And we can actually tear all of this down. We no longer need this. Because all of our stuff is going to be stored in this central network. Here. And then we can actually search and craft directly from here, making this even faster for us. I know, right? It's crazy. But, I mean, this, like I said, this pack is not that difficult. But it's more fun than anything, and I think that given a little bit of time, you could probably speedrun this in no time. I think the hardest part is, like, later on, getting the draconic power, getting enough power to power everything. I think that would probably be the hardest part. But let's go ahead and break these. We don't even need these anymore. Storing our little bit of cobblestone, things like that. Bam. Perfect. Same for all this. Even our books, technically. Technically, we don't need anything for our books. And you're going to see, we're going to put all of our stuff in here, and you're going to notice that I'm going to keep the book crate as is. But you're going to notice, you're going to be like, wow. I can't believe. Probably going to run out of storage from after clearing all these out. Because there are a lot of items in these containers. Yeah, you're gonna be like, wow, that holds a lot of stuff. Because it really does. We haven't even touched the storage at this moment. Let's see, 20K? Look at that. We've only got 4K worth of items even in here. And it's kind of ridiculous. Alright, we'll probably have, I'd say we'll probably hit near half the storage at this point. Try not to lose too many items to the ground. Since they did take a little bit of time to actually generate. So there we go. So, we got this part done. Now we got to worry about getting a plastic factory set up. That is going to be our next step, and it's actually not that hard either. And it just takes a little bit of time as well. But you can speed it up. There are ways of speeding this factory up and kind of automating it, but I don't think we're going to need to fully automate it. We will automate it, but not fully. There's no need. No need for full automation. But let's go ahead. We've almost got this all completed. And then literally we're just left with our last few pieces of the puzzle, and that is getting, as you can see, let's go back here. That is getting like a cloche going, getting this petroleum, and then we'll, like I said, we're going to work on this, but the redstone flux is going to be very easy once we get plastic. I'll have to explain that a little bit more in detail as we go, but believe me, it will become very clear very soon. We could probably hit 50K, which I think is the requirement for the RF. We could have started that very early on as well if we wanted to. We could have just thrown a survivalist generator on the front, and over time it would have just generated 50,000 RF. But it would have taken a very long time. Yeah, because I think, oh, this is 30 million RF. Or FE, as you can see. 30 million. Which is not going to actually take that long. Really. I promise you. 30 million will not take too long to fill up. Alright, let's go ahead and get this in here, and then let's work on plastic. So, plastic. Yeah. Let's get into this. We're going to need tree... We're going to need these tree fluid extractors. We're going to need a few of them. So, in here now, we can actually make all of our stuff. Look how much easier this is. I'm going to make 3 of those. We're going to make 3 furnaces, because we're going to make 3 of each. And it'll give us 3. So let's take some cobblestone. I am running out of cobblestone. So I am going to actually pop off one of these and throw some cobblestone in there. Just so we have some later on when we go to craft more stuff. Alright, so we have the tree fluid extractors. Now we actually need the processor. So we'll need a latex processing unit. This is the other thing that is going to require a little bit of machine frame and an iron gear. I think... Oh, no, we don't have an iron gear. There we go. And yeah, 2 furnaces. Oh, that's what we need the cobblestone for. Let's see, do we have enough? Yes, we do have enough. We were running low on cobblestone. Completely understandable. Alright, so there's those 2, and we just need 1 of these latex processing units. Perfect. And we're going to need our pipes. And we're going to need our 3 fluid transfer and our pipes. Right there. And actually we're going to need another fluid transfer node. Let's go ahead and grab those. We'll grab a couple, because actually we're going to need to pull a little bit of fluid from over here. Let's grab this. I don't know if this will actually pull water, or... Yeah, it's not. So we'll configure the side to be in right there. Is this going to give it water? No, it's wrong side. One of these sides. There we go. That's all it took, with just a little bit of trial and error. Alright, we're going to route this over here. That will get water, but it doesn't need it. And we're going to use this temporarily to power our fluid latex processor. And then we're going to set these, which they do face away from you. We're going to place these like so. And then we're going to have an item actually placing wood here. But for right now, we can just do our own wood. We'll just throw a log here. And you don't have to set it up exactly like this, but this right here is going to start generating latex. And this latex is going to be pumped into this via these pipes. Just like so. And I'm going to route these all on the side here. And they will meet in one central area right there. Perfect. Now this is going to produce, this is going to send latex to this. And then once it has enough latex and water, it will produce a little latex nugget. Or a little piece of plastic. I think it has to hit... Oh, and it needs a little bit of power as well. But with this, you can literally power it with a survivalist generator. So coal. This literally takes no power. So there we go. Just needs a little bit just to start generating it. And it will start generating it very shortly. Now, we are going to need a little bit of this plastic. So leaving this going is going to be a must. At least for right now. Because we're going to need as much plastic as we can possibly get our hands on. What we may do is actually make another tree fluid extractor. Let's see. Can do that here. Shouldn't take too much to make this. Except for cobblestone. The faster we can make this, the faster we can get done with our plastic processing. So it just requires an iron gear. Perfect. And we'll just move these around. We'll move these to a different location. So, you just break this. I think this actually retains its block state until... Yeah, it retains that state, unfortunately. Which is not a good thing. We technically need... I mean, what we could do is just have this placed above it. But then we won't be able to get to it. Let's actually place it below. That's not going to work. We would have to place it directly below, so we need water. Let's grab a bucket. And we'll just grab some water. I know I'm making this hard on myself, but believe me, I want this to work. And I want it to be faster. So there we go. That should be facing upward. Oh, it's not. Oh, man. Maybe I need the block actually there. Let's place the block there. Now... Is it still facing the wrong side? Can't tell. I honestly cannot tell if it's facing the wrong side or not. Ugh. Oh well, we've lost that one. I cannot believe I cannot believe I got this all messed up. Okay. Back to making another one. The shenanigans, man. Alright, we'll go back to doing this. We'll fix this. We'll just set it up differently. We'll completely skip the fact that that is there. And we'll have to put tree fluid extractors all here. We'll just ignore the fact that that block state is broken. Man, oh man. Just to get 4 of them on here. There we go. And now we can route this all to one another. I want to leave the spot in the center open. There we go. And we'll continue that over there. There we go. I need to leave the center, like I said, open. So let's fill that up. There we go. So now that's gonna continue to make some plastic. And eventually we'll get enough of the little tiny rubber pellets. Here in a second. We'll take these and we'll turn those into dry rubber. These are going to give us full plastic once they're done smelting. So, plastic is going to be very handy because we're going to need this. Let's see. We're going to use this for a bunch of the machines. One of the machines being a slaughter factory. Mob slaughter factory. Now, we can go ahead and actually get started on making this. Let's get 2 gold gears. I think this requires iron in the center. And we're going to need, what is it? Sword, 2 swords. We're going to need iron X. And a little bit of redstone and a machine frame. And then we should have the plastic ready to go. This is going to be one of the first things we make with this. Is the slaughter factory. Alright, what are we missing? We're missing nothing. Oh, this is a broken iron sword. Make sure it is a full iron sword. I'm actually going to just go ahead and delete that item. Alright, and then we're going to need some upgrades. So, let's type in upgrades. Maybe, oh, industrial foregoing. And industrial foregoing will have what we need. So I can go with probably the biggest one, which is platinum. Just make a huge range. I think that'll be perfectly fine. It's not going to cause any issues. I'll just go with the near biggest range. I think this is the biggest range on these. And this is going to require some plastic as well. But we should have, I think, close to enough. Alright, this already broke. Place another one down. Yeah, that gives us 25. I think 25 is enough. That'll give us 3. There we go. And yeah, we have to keep an eye on this. Just keep refilling this for right now. There are placers, auto placers that you can get that it actually, that Industrial Foregoing provides. But for right now, we don't need to worry about it too much. But the main thing we need to worry about is this range add-on. Now, what we can do is we can take our mob farm over here. Let's get some dirt. Let's convert all of this over. We'll get some cursed earth. We'll take 2 of those. We leave 1 just in case. We do have a shovel, but we probably won't need that. And let's just go ahead and convert this over. We probably want to be careful. These guys will fall down. I just want to make sure that they do fall down. Goodbye. Alright, and we'll place some dirt down. In place of all this wood. You gotta be careful, you don't want to vein or excavate this stuff because that could be bad news. Very bad news. Alright, let me go ahead and get the rest of it done. I know some people said, by the way, they were like, don't do this on normal level. Don't do this like on the level that you build everything. And for me, I'm doing it out of convenience. Because we did test out the one that was down, pretty far down, back, like where the portals are at. And believe me, it was not that fun setting that thing up. Okay. So, survival. Survival. Let's go ahead and turn this to auto-synchronized. We'll make a few of these survivals generators. I think we're out of cobblestone again. That's where all this cobblestone is going to come in handy. There we go. So I like to set up 3 survivals generators for this one machine. And let's get our plastic and get our upgrades. So we're just making the biggest upgrade that we can make, which is platinum. What does it need? Glass. Need some glass panes. Okay, there you go. Industrial upgrades. Range add-on. There we go. Range add-on. Max range add-on. And we can go ahead and get these things ready to go. So, once this all gets turned over into cursed earth, this should work without any hiccups. We'll put the max range upgrade in there. We're going to put some of these around it. And we're going to let this do its thing. It's not going to take too much to actually get this to work. We need some coal. Not much. Just a tiny bit. Separated between 3 machines. And this should automatically start working on our mob farm. And it should technically kill him. It's going to produce a little bit of pink slime and a little bit of liquid meat. Now the pink slime is going to be very handy, and that is going to be our best friend, because we can't make the material stonework factory without it. Now, we do have some plastic. Let's get to work. Now that we have this little bit of plastic, we're actually going to get to work on something that's going to generate quite a bit of RF for us. So let's go and turn that. We'll go over here. I know we have a bunch of charcoal, but we do need some more coal. And I'm going to get coal produced over here. So at this moment, we definitely have enough of those. So what I'm going to do is split up and do coal here and here. And that should produce quite a bit of coal for us. We do have mushrooms, we do have plastic. Right? Oh, those need to be over here. And we're going to work on the Petrified fuel generator. So, with the Petrified fuel generators, we require a diamond, a couple of gold gears. That is easy enough. A furnace, of course. And a machine frame. Right? And then it's also going to require a diamond and 4 pieces of plastic, in which we are working on right now. 4 pieces of plastic to get the Petrified fuel generator, and there we go. We have it. Now, all we need to do is provide this thing with blocks of charcoal. Right? So, blocks of charcoal will produce 80 RF, or 800 RF per tick on this thing. So we can place this here, throw that in there. This is going to produce 80 RF per tick for 40 seconds. Or 800 RF, sorry, RF a tick for 40 seconds. And as you can see, it probably won't take this thing very long to hit 30 million. At the rate that it's going, it will not. We're already almost at 1 million RF. We're almost halfway to 1 million RF anyways. And like I said, we'll just leave this going, and right now we are producing even more. We're producing like quite a bit of coal, so we can just keep feeding this thing with coal and just let it go. This will be a lot faster at this point than doing any other method. And all we have to do is wait for this one. And you can tell right here it actually shows how much it's filled up. And what we'll get from this is the Amadrone tablet. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like Amazon drone. It's kind of like a joke, but Amadrone, I think is what it's supposed to be called. I've heard other people call it Amadrone, but you know, whatever people call it is whatever, you know. And yeah, we have several other things to go, but we're pretty much halfway done at this point. We almost have everything to get these two done. This episode, we did get the crafting grid done, which is awesome. And we prepped for the stonework factory, and we also got our redstone flux in process. So, we have a few other things that are probably going to go in different directions. So, mana at this point we can do at any point now. Garden cloche, we can do now. We can literally do that next episode. No big deal. The programmer, I think we can do that. That'll be a whole episode all in itself, is setting the programmer up. And the Starfield generator has a lot to do with the mana, so we'll do those probably near to the same episode. And Draconic and all of that falls in its own category and is really nice. Everything's going to go smoothly, and we should be able to complete this fairly quick. Guys, this pack is not that difficult. It is not that long. It may look intimidating, but believe me, it is not intimidating at all. And as you can see, look at the amount of RF we've already generated. And this thing still has quite a bit of fuel left. So, and like I said, we're producing a bunch of coal right now. We're going to need this coal not only for this, we're going to need this coal for, not Enderio. We're going to need this for Britannia. So yeah, we're definitely going to need this for Britannia. So I'm going to take this, and what do I have? I have a bunch of obsidian. But the burn time on this, there are things that will burn faster. So if you had coal coke going early game, you could use coal coke in here, and coal coke actually burns for like 3,000 RF a tick. It's quite ridiculous. I don't know if there's anything else in here that has a higher burn time right away, but it definitely is one of those things that, yeah, I would definitely use for power. It's fairly simple and it works. So yeah, and plastic, by the way, like we're gonna have plastic for a while. You just have to make sure you keep giving this piece of wood, or you can set up something that will do it automatically for you. But right now we have everything that I would want plastic for at the moment, until later on when we need a generator, or not a generator, a mob crusher, which we will probably set up eventually. But as you can see, we already almost have a whole bucket of pink slime, and that is what we're going to need, is a bucket of pink slime. I think what I might eventually do is take this and expand this one more wide, so that way spiders spawn, because you can maximize your spawns if you have spiders spawning as well. And this thing will just demolish them. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, you guys know what to do. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video, guys, a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and as always, thanks for watching.